And we are back to GosuGamers Overwatch Weekly. We are in on the winners interview here, and in just a moment, we're going to be bringing in the one and only Kyky, one of the key players of Google Me, and he's going to give us all the details, Hex.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to kind of pick his brain about what is going on with Google Me. You know, they've gone through some roster changes. They're running the double orb composition. Just all sorts of good questions for him, and I ask him what he's going to spend all the money on.
Exactly. All right, Kyky, you are live. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up?
So you guys killed it today. You put on a show for us, and I mean, just tell us a little bit. What is Google Me? Where you guys come from? And how did you get so good so quickly?
Google Me is just the team we made coming into the beta. Me and Adam come from WoW, which most people don't really like, but Reaver comes from FPS games. Surefour comes from FPS games. I mean, we've all played high-level games. We all play a wide variety of games, but yeah, that's pretty much where we came from recently.
Yeah, makes sense. And we've seen that when a lot of teams, you look at IDD, QD, they have a mixed roster where they have some big FPS players and a bunch of sort of mixed players from other games. And Envious, though we haven't seen as much of them as of late, we've seen that they also have a mixed roster. So do you think there are advantages sort of in not having every person be a, super seasoned FPS player?
Oh, I definitely think there's an advantages. Like, I don't think that this game is 100% FPS at all. I don't think anyone does. I think there's extreme advantages having varieties of like point of views from MOBAs, from MMOs, like everything.
X?
You guys did not ban out one of the King of the Hill maps. Is that a map that you felt comfortable taking Reunited on if it was ended up having to go there?
I think we can pretty much beat every team on the poll, so we're extremely comfortable on that map.
So one of the things coming in here, we saw that there's a lot of talk over team compositions, particularly the composition that had, Genji, Tracer, Double Orb, etc. Reunited, of course, very unhappy with that composition. What do you think about it? Do you think it's overpowered? Do you think it's just sort of another phase of the meta, as we've seen with meta shifts over and over again? And, what's your take on that?
Well, interesting, because on Monday we started running that in scrims against Mixup and Envious, and we kind of like came up with it on our own. I don't know like how IDDQD found out or whatever. We're not really aware, but it's something we ran for a very short time in scrims, and we were like, wow, this is actually really strong, but we're gonna like kind of keep this as a secret weapon. But it didn't really become secret for very long, so it wasn't very good. But in terms of how we feel about it, I think most comps without hero limits, I think it's going to cause a lot of problems. Like for Zenyatta, like Discord orb stacking, Harmony orb stacking, I think it's just not very good. Like for the game itself, 2 Winstons, 2 Reapers obviously wasn't the most fun, but it kind of died out pretty quick, I guess. I think 2 Zenyatas is going to be a problem for a while if they don't change anything about it.
Yeah, I think one of the things that 2 Zenyatas, at least that comes out to me, it's not so much the fact that you can orb 2 big attackers, but the fact that Discord orb stack is a little just sort of eyebrow raising, because one Discord is bad enough. It's already one of the most important debuffs in the game, but you have 2 and they stack like on top of each other. That seems a little bit much for busting tanks and otherwise.
Yeah, Jeff Kaplan's talked a little bit about the time to kill and the stuff that they're looking at in the game. That might be something Blizzard looks at, but that composition is mostly the same as far as the first 5 heroes. Who do you think is the best 6th to add to that as kind of the flex hero in that composition, if you will?
I think it really depends on what the other team is running at the time. I think Roadhog is very strong because he has self-heal, so he doesn't need the orbs and everything like that. We've done it with Reinhardt and had success with it, but if a team is like hyper aggressive on you to counter it, Reinhardt will kind of fade out a little bit. We tried the Lucio, which is what IDDQD does, and I mean, it's kind of squishy. We don't really like it as much, but it works, I guess. I don't know. I think Roadhog's probably the best myself.
So did anything surprise you guys coming into today? Obviously any competitive team goes in and says, "Oh, we're pretty sure we're going to win." So I'm not going to ask the obvious question, did you guys think we're going to go in? You never go in expecting to lose. But did anything surprise you in terms of what you saw from Reunited, what you saw from some of your teams going up the bracket in any way?
I wouldn't say it was very surprising. I think it was surprising that Melty got knocked out as early as they did. And I think Mixup has shown pretty good improvements, like at a pretty good pace recently as well.
So probably wrapping up here in a second, but any shout outs you want to give? Any praise, whether it be the teammates, to potential people that are looking to sponsor Google Me in the future? The floor is yours.
I don't really have many shout outs to give. Everyone should check out Shirt4's stream. He's going to become our full-time streamer with Twitch TV Shirt4. That's pretty much, I think Reaver might stream too, which is to Reaver, but that's undecided. But in terms of sponsors, I think we have that covered for now. So
Whoa,
that'll be coming soon.
A little bit of ominous predictions there, but definitely congrats to you guys, especially if you have something wrapped up in the works. It's great. Hex, you have any final comments before we wrap up here?
Nah, as always, congratulations, and I'll see you next week.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks for joining us.